Hi everyone, how are y'all doing? I'm back. It's been a long time. I think 3 weeks. It's been crazy. Crazy. Okay, I'm just going to share this on my VIP group. Or maybe I'm not. I gotta figure out how, oh no. It's gonna put me on the big screen, but I'm not gonna do that. So, just bear with me here guys. I'm just gonna see what I can do. Oh, okay. Oh, I have the big screen. Oh dear. Well, we'll see what we can do. Maybe I'll flip this around when we go up there. Oh, it's always a battle with me, right? There we go. Got it. It's been a long 3 weeks. Let me tell you, I almost forgot how to do all this. So let's just get posting and let's just... there we go. So I can see the comments. So thanks for joining me tonight. Greatly appreciate it. I'm going to do 2 cards tonight. Yay! These are the cards that we did at my Lighting the Way class. So let's get started. And I'm just going to flip. There we go. Just flip you around. Sorry about that. And we'll get started. So thanks for joining me tonight. Greatly appreciate it. It's kind of wondering what I was going to do tonight, but I figured something out. So I'll just show you the 2 cards we're going to make. Oh, this is not even straight. Looks like I've been drinking. Like on my holidays. Anyway. So those of you that live in the Winnipeg area, just letting you know that I did open the registration for the crop. It was supposed to be open on March the 15th, but I had sent out a bunch of postcards, save the date postcards, and people registered. When I got back, I had like 10 people registered already, which was really exciting. And I did open up the registration yesterday, and we're over halfway registered full. So if you're coming, I would suggest you register right away so you're not disappointed and not get a spot. So let's get started. So this is the first card we're going to, simple, easy to do. Let's grab my inks. There we go. Very easy to do, and we're going to use, oh my gosh, there it is. Okay, I thought I lost it. Grab all my inks just in case. So this is the bundle, the Lighting the Way bundle. So this is the stamp set that I'm going to be using. So it comes with the fireflies. There's 3 fireflies, 3 different sizes, 3 different firefly, I guess, glow bubbles, some grasses, your all kinds of wonderful thanks for lighting the way, which is perfect. I think it would be perfect for a teacher, and follow your dreams. And then it comes with dies. So I keep all my dies together with in the stamp set. I use these magnets that I get from the Dollar Tree. So you have a lantern. Yeah, I'm going to use the firefly. I'm just going to pull out what I'm going to use this one. So there's a firefly, and then there's a firefly bum. And then I need 3 baby fireflies and the firefly wing. And I'm going to be stamping, some of the grass. So and I'm going to die cut that out because I don't want to fussy cut that out. So I'm going to use that. And then we'll I'm gonna grab the stamp set that says you are wonderful. I'm just gonna put this to the side. You guys see that, or is it? So we did have a wonderful holiday. It was nice to get away. It took us forever to get home, with the flights and everything like that. If the flight would have waited for us in Montreal to go to Toronto, we would have been home when we were supposed to be home, and not 5 days later. So, okay, so let's just pull out the packet. So we have our card base, which is 5.5 by 8.5 folded and scored at 4 1/4. I'm just gonna burnish that with my tool. Then I have a piece of cardstock that is 4 by 5 1/4, and then a piece of Designer Series paper that's 3 3/4 by 5, and it's just going to be adhered on there like that. And I'm going to do that right away. So it has a few minutes to dry. Oh, that's my glue dried out while I was gone. Lack of use. So if you live in Winnipeg and you're planning on coming to the crop, make sure you you get onto the Facebook page, the Sassy Sisters Facebook group. There's going to be some stuff, little hints of what's going to be happening at the crop. Got some new ideas going on. Those that attend on the Friday night, you're eligible to attend my BOGO sale. So that should be fun. Okay, so I'm going to adhere this piece here onto my card base using my dimensionals. And I'm going to put 5 on. So 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom, and 2 in the center. So we did have a marvelous holiday. It was so nice. The first, I don't know if I tell you guys this. The first week, we did absolutely nothing. We got up, we put our bathing suits on, we went to the pool, we had breakfast, we had lunch, went to the pool. We stayed at the pool the whole time. That was our life for the first 2 weeks. It was really hard to do anything. We did walk Fifth Avenue every night after dinner. So we walked. I'm sure he made me walk like forever. So you're going to need a piece of vellum, and that's going to be for the wings, these wings right here. And then you're going to need a piece of rich raspberry, and that's going to be the body of the firefly. And then I have some So Saffron, which is going to be, I'm going to do the bees and the bum of the firefly on that one. And while I'm doing that, I'm just going to just grab, there should be a scrap piece of paper here too. I know I had it. Oh, I probably used it right there. So here's a scrap piece of paper. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just grab the leaf, this leaf right here, and I'm going to stamp that onto my scrap piece of paper twice, and then we'll cut everything out at the same time. I'm just going to just grab a block for that. And I'm going to use Old Olive for that. So we didn't stay at a resort when we were in Playa del Carmen. We stayed at a hotel and just ate on the economy, which is really expensive, especially on Fifth Avenue. I think if we go down, if we rent a place and go down, we'll be doing our grocery shopping. We did go to Walmart, and there's a lot of expats down there that were buying their groceries. So that was our goal. It was, I guess, a recce to try and a place to go in the winter time. So I'm going to grab my rich raspberry, and I'm going to grab my sentiment that says, "You are all kinds of wonderful." I'm just going to just stamp it right onto the stitch circle right there. Yeah, the hotel we stayed at, a lot of Mexicans stayed there. Does that make sense? A lot of them live, the couple that we met, a younger couple we met, they live just outside Mexico City in the mountains, so they don't get to the ocean. So this was their holiday. Really nice couple. We tried to speak Spanish, and he spoke really good English, but we communicated. So that was half the battle. I just felt bad that he had to speak our language and we couldn't speak his. That's what I felt bad about. So I'm just going to cut this out, and I'm going to put some washi tape on there. I think I left it on my table. Yeah, I did. And just line that up perfectly, and I'm just going to just put that right there. And I'll just run this through first. Put these guys to the side. So I think we did pretty good on. We got to go see Mandy and the kids and Kevin and the boys, which was really nice. We're going to see them this summer, but we got a couple days in. Compliments of Air Canada. They looked after everything. They got us to Mandy's place and back. It's probably cheaper than putting us up in a hotel for 2 days, 3 days. So yeah, there was no flights into, and there was flights coming in, but there was just no room. So they did the long way home, but it was worth it. Like I said, I got to visit Mandy and Kevin and the boys. It was fun. It was a short visit though. We got there on Sunday afternoon, and then we left Tuesday morning or Tuesday afternoon. She ended up driving us because our cab didn't show up. Yeah, that's all we needed. Cancel our flight because our cab didn't show up. Okay, so now what we're going to do now is we're going to cut out the extra fireflies and the bum. And just run that through. And I'll just put these guys, I want to put my magnet thing away. Yeah, so we just basically did nothing while we were down there. I kind of felt guilty, so we did 2 tours. We went to Tulum, and then we went to Cozumel. Cozumel was really nice. We did a buggy excursion there, and how that works is they pair you up with another couple, and we were paired up with a couple from Quebec. She spoke 3 languages, English, French, and Spanish, and he was from the Dominican, so he only spoke Spanish. But we still communicated. Rick kind of wishes that he could have spoken more Spanish, because then he could have got to know the guy a little bit better. He was a retired police officer in the Dominican. So she was quite funny. It seems like everybody wanted tips when you were down there. You go to the bathroom, they want a tip. And that's just, it just got too much. Like how much do you leave as a tip, right? Okay, I know it's probably their way of life, but after a while it got to be too much. So that's what I liked about staying at the hotel and just eating at the restaurant at the hotels. Like I left $5 on the table when we first got there, on the night table for our cleaner, and she never touched it. The whole time we were there, she didn't touch it. She left it until I'm sure she left it until we left. So you want to take the bum of the firefly, and you just want to tear to the back side. And you want to make sure that there's lines on the. Let me just get this straight here. So as you can see, there's lines on the firefly. So I just want to line it up with the lines on the bum of the firefly right there. You can see that? There you go. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to very lightly, I'm going to grab my Wink Estella. Is that clear? That's an old one. Here's my clear, and I'm going to bring in, and where did I put it? Just had it. Here it is. I'm going to bring in my rich raspberry, and I squeeze the top of it. Just letting you guys know too that Stampin' Up! Is doing a refresh on their inks, and they'll tell us which inks are going to be refreshed or what the new colors are going to be. So having said that, if you have inks and you want re-inkers, I would suggest you get your hands on those right away, because once they announce the refresh, everything's gonna go just like that, really fast, which is kind of scary. But that's I figured it's gonna happen. It's about every 5 to 6 years that they do a refresh, and it's time. So I'm just gonna add these leaves, and all I'm gonna do is just add. I'm not putting glue all over. I'm just gonna just add a wee bit of glue right here. That into place like that, and I'm going going to grab this one here. And so you got to be careful that you don't have the leaves going over the edge. Otherwise you won't get it into the envelope. That's all I'm saying. From experience, okay? Yeah, so I'm just going to just put that right there. Yeah, so our next trip, I think we're going to go down to Puerto Vallarta and scout out some places down there and see what it's like down there. I just found Playa del Carmen was really busy. Yeah. So, and it's big. It had 350,000 people, and I'm sure that doesn't include the tourists. And I'm sure there's like thousands and thousands of tourists that come in there every day. Like, holy smokers, that airport was crazy. I'm just gonna put that right there. Then I'm gonna grab my glue dots, and I'm going to grab the wings of the firefly. And now with vellum, you can see through the adhesive through the vellum. So with the glue dots actually almost fit perfectly onto the wings. So now this wing is just going to go right in here, just like that. So there you have, there's the main butterfly, or the firefly. I was calling them bumblebees at class, so just like, okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my Wink of Stella, I'm going to clean off the color, and I'm going to color my fireflies, because you all know that I love bling, and I don't think I can put some bling on there. It'll look too good. So just add it onto the fireflies. We have 3 of them. And these cards are fairly easy to do. There's just lots of cutting to do. There's only two things you got to stamp. The rest are all die cut, which makes it pretty simple. Okay, I do have a class coming up in the end of the month, and it's called Lighting the Way. We already did that one. So this one is called the Daisy Delight class, and I'll just show you some of the samples once I get this one put together for you. And if you live in the Winnipeg area, you're more than welcome to come to the house and take the class at the house. If you're on my team, so if you're a diva, the class is $15, but you do need to have the bundle in order to do the cards. Unfortunately, I can't stamp the cards for you, any sentiments on the cards or anything like that. And just put this guy right here, and then of course I'm so out of sorts. Excuse me. And you're being away and out of your routine and into a routine where you do basically nothing for 2 weeks. I loved it though. It was so good to get away and do nothing. So we really needed it. I've been so busy working away. Okay, and then there you have it. So there's card number 1. I think that's pretty easy to do, and that's the Designer Series paper that's sold out during celebrations. And of course, I designed these cards before when we had to cancel the class. So there we go. Beautiful. You could probably do watercolor with vellum and your alcohol inks. You can make something like that, no problem. So there's card number 1. So I'm just going to talk about the Dainty Delight card class. So here's the cards we're going to be making at the class. So you're going to make 6 of these, 2 of each. I'll supply everything except for the inks. You'll get everything in the mail, but you just need to have the your inks and your the stamp set and the dies, because you will need to cut everything out. So this is the stamp set that you'll receive, and then you'll get the dies with it also. And it is $95, and then you get both this and this. And if you go with that, you will get a sample package of the vellum that's out. And do I have the vellum here? Yeah. So you'll get a sample package of this vellum when you purchase the bundle. Like if you're a diva or if you're a club member and you take the class, you won't be getting the vellum. This is just for people that actually purchase the bundle. And so you get a sampling of the vellum, which is 6 sheets. And you'll get 2 of each. So that's the vellum. You'll get a sampling of this plus the bundle, and then you'll get the card kits for free. You do need blends and stuff like that to finish off, but you can obviously use what you want, what you have. Okay, so that's that one. Now this one is my favorite out of all the cards that we did at the class. This one's my favorite, and I do not know why. It's really easy to do too. There it is right there. It just opens up, and I just finished it off on the inside like that. So we have our card base. We have a piece of garden green, piece of basic white. We have some silver, we have some vellum, and we have our scrap for our sentiment. So what we're going to do first is we're going to do our die cutting first. So I'm going to grab the garden green and the silver for this one, and I'm going to cut, oops, put these guys on a magnet. So I'm going to need this piece right here. So you're just going to need the lantern for this piece to get started. And you're going to take this piece right here. This is the centerpiece, and you're going to put your lantern into the center and then just run it on through. Make sure that all your plates are all lined up when you do that. There we go. And I'm going to keep that piece. We'll take this piece off. Now what we're going to do with the silver piece is we're going to put this on your embossing machine, and we're going to cut out. So if you notice on the card here that we don't need the circle, and we just need down to the bottom, we don't need any of the sides, so we're just going to just put that, and we're just going to just fussy cut it out after we run it through. And just make sure that's far enough up. You don't want that. Go. I'm going to put this away before I forget. And there we have this piece out. So I'm just going to put, I'm done with my mini emboss machine. And we're just going to just pop these guys out. And I'm just going to grab my scissors. And where's my lantern? Okay, so now all I'm going to do is I'm going to round out, see how this is cut on the top? We're just going to just round it out on the top. Just like that. Now we're going to take these guys off. So I'm just going to just do a snip right here. And a snip right here. And then I'm going to just take it all the way down. I only want to here. So this all just... There we go. And we're just going to adhere that on just like that. And I'm going to adhere this using my running tape. Just because it's quick and it won't move once I put it on. And just a little bit on the bottom here. And I'm going to adhere it right onto that lantern, just like that. So there we have that. But now we're missing something. Like I need to do this yellow so it looks like a window. So we're just gonna cut my vellum in half. And I'm just gonna grab my running tape and just put a little bit there and a little bit on the bottom here. And I'm going to adhere that like that. So it looks like this. Now comes the fun part. I am just going to fussy cut, and I'm going to cheat when I fussy cut. I'm just going to take the bulk stuff out so you can't see it. And then just fussy cut around everything else. Now you don't want to cut, some people at the class suggested, oh, why don't we just cut it out using the die cut? You can't, because you'll lose all the inside, all the little lantern pieces, and you don't want that to happen. What's up, Jim? So nobody's going to see the back side of this, right? You will, because you're putting it all together, but anybody else, the recipient, won't see the back of it. So you can do whatever to the back side. Like I said, I cut out the main pieces. I'm not fussy cutting around everything. Just okay, so now we cut it out. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to grab my Daffodil Delight blend, my light one. I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to color the back side. So it looks like there's a light on in behind. And because this is vellum and this is alcohol ink, it should dry pretty quickly. If you're going to use your Stampin' Write, it's probably going to take a little bit longer to dry because it's not as porous as regular cardstock. And then while that's drying, I'm just going to have a better look at my fussy cutting. There we go. I'm going to just let that put another coat on. She was nice and dark. Okay, so we're just going to let that dry. So we'll just put that out of the way for the moment. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in this piece here. So this is this piece right here. And notice that there's leaves on the bottom. I'm going to change mine up. And going to use this leaf right here, and I'm going to use my Daffodil Delight, and I'm just going to stamp and then stamp off, stamp and then stamp off. I wanted to make it look like I guess a field. Okay, so now we have that. So then I'm going to add some sky to that. So by doing that, I'm going to bring in my Balmy Blue and my blending brush. So let's put this away. I know I just have my blending brush here. What did I do with it? Oh, there it is. So I'm going to just pull up some of the Balmy Blue. So I'm going to ink up my brush and very lightly bring it in and go around using the darker at the top and pulling it down into the grass on the bottom. Okay. Now let's bring in a block, and we're going to grab one of the small. I'm gonna have to wash these. I find once I wash them, that'll be better. Grab the second smallest firefly, and you're gonna bring in your basic gray, and you're going to ink him up, and you're gonna add him onto your card, just like that. And put him back, and then I'm just gonna grab the second or the smallest circle. So I'm gonna grab this one right here, and I'm gonna grab my Daffodil Delight. I don't want to put that away because I'm not done. Grab my Daffodil Delight, and I'm gonna stamp his bum with the Daffodil Delight so it looks like a lightning bug. And then I'm grabbing this stamp right here. This one back. I have to wash these stamps so they stick properly. And put them on here. Oops. I'm just going to use the top half of this. I'm just going to use this right in here. So I'm going to ink it up in my basic gray. I'm going to stamp it off, and then I'm just going to bring it in like that. There we go. And put those to the side. This away, and I'm going to bring out my Garden Green and my sentiment, but says thanks for lighting the way. Oh, I got ink everywhere now. Oh my goodness sakes. And what is it? This. I'm going to put it onto the longer block using my Garden Green. I'm just using a portion of the scrap piece of paper. And grab my scissors, and now I'm going to fussy cut this piece out. So I'm just going to go around the bottom. I'm just going to go around the letters. I'm moving my scissors, not my paper. Or moving my paper, I guess I am using. It's just easier to maneuver. You want to keep it a nice flow so you don't have any sharp edges when you're cutting. And there we have the sentiment cut out. Okay, so now let's move everything out of the way and finish up the card. So we're going to take the Garden Green and this one right here, and we're going to put this on top of here, and we're going to glue this down. And just remember, just go on the outside because we're going to use dimensionals, and if you have glue on here, when it goes through the piece that's open, it's going to stick to your card base. Oh, come on. Watch, it's going to come out in big spurts. Oh, man. Okay, let's grab the tape and do it with the tape. I'm going to go around all four sides. And just like that. Grab some dimensionals. Add a few onto the back side of here. I have lots left over. And in the center like that. And you want to grab your lantern. And the same thing, we're going to add dimensions to the back side of the lantern. So I'm going to put, oh, this doesn't need to be there. I'm going to put one at the top and two at the bottom. I don't know what it is about this card. It maybe because it has the yellow in it. It's just, yeah. It's just so bright. If you get glue onto your silver, don't use the eraser to take it off because you'll just smudge it. Just take a little bit of rubbing alcohol, just a tiny bit of rubbing alcohol, and just rub it off using that. Otherwise, if you use the glue eraser, it will mark up your silver. You don't want that to happen. Okay. Let's just add this on. Oops, take that off. And there we go. So there you have it. Quick, I think they're quick. It's just that you have to cut everything out yourself and stuff like that, but that's just the way it is. So there's the two cards. There's one of the cards, and here's the second one. 1, 2, I can't remember which one. I think I did this one today. And then there's those ones. So if you have any questions, please let me know. Just a reminder that my Dainty Lane card class is on March the 25th. That's the Zoom class is on the 25th. That's the Thursday. And then on the Saturday, no, that's the wrong way around. I'll let you know when the class is. You'll see the post go up. So there's the cards that we'll be making. You're making 2 of each. And it's $95, and you get the stamp set, the dies, and then you'll get the card kits for all 3, plus you'll get a sampling of the vellum. And we have it. Thanks for joining me today. Greatly appreciate it. And you all have a wonderful day. Excuse me. So stay safe out there, guys, and we'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.